right, gentlemen, here we go. Now bring it on, come on.
We are set for 3 5-minute rounds of the Strikeforce middleweight division. Stallings in the blue gloves and Amagov in the red. Amagov, of course, known for those stealth-like spinning back kicks, maybe taking a page out of the UFC German lightweight Dennis Siver's playbook.
Well, he was a big fan of Van Damme and Jackie Chan, too.
And they know a thing or two about kicks.
And there's a side kick right there to the breadbasket of Stallings.
You know, a lot of the Americans we've seen lately making the mistake of standing up with these guys from Chechnya and a lot of the other countries around Russia. It's not advisable, to be honest with you. I would take them down quickly, try to wear them out before I strike with them, I'll tell you.
Amagov, a big middleweight. He has fought at light heavyweight in the past. After losing his pro debut via Ezekiel choke, he's undefeated in his last 8 fights. And those of you who have followed MMA for a long time remember the infamous Ezekiel choke back in Pride Fighting Championships when Hidehiko Yoshida, wearing his gi, was, well, allegedly choked out Royce Gracie with the Ezekiel choke in a fight that was very controversial, to say the least, Stephen.
Definitely was. I call that fight with Bas Rutten, and Royce came up alive and well, and he wasn't choked unconscious.
Amagov lands a straight right hand. There's the side kick. As Stallings backpedaling momentarily.
Amagov is starting to get into his rhythm, and that could be a problem for Stallings.
Stallings a southpaw. And now walks in right into a short left hook, Pat.
I'm telling you, Stallings' strength is grappling, obviously, underneath Lloyd Irvin. He needs to realize that right now and get this fight to the ground, because chances are he's going to find himself in a lot of trouble with this guy.
Yeah, get into a clinch ASAP. It's difficult because Amagov's footwork is really deceptive.
Stallings has won his last 2 fights. Last one via triangle choke, the one before that via TKO. So both of these athletes have momentum coming into their Strikeforce debuts. And there's a high kick blocked by Stallings. So Amagov already showcasing his arsenal when it comes to the kicks.
Both these guys are throwing some pretty hard kicks to the body.
Just past the midway point of the opening round. There's that spinning back kick right to the liver by Amagov.
Stallings did a good job. Great poker face, or it didn't hurt him, one or the other, but it landed.
He didn't load up on the kick, but you don't really have to sometimes with that kick.
No, getting hit in the liver, you don't see it coming. It's over.
Less than 2 minutes remaining now in the opening round. Low kick to the lead leg of the southpaw delivered by Amagov. Now has to circle away from the fence. Takes a quick peek to see where he is. There's another kick to the lead leg, and now looking to batter away at the right leg of Stallings, taking away, the base of power.
Yeah, you don't.
Oh, wow.
You don't find that many people that can kick with their lead leg that quickly and with that much power. This guy he's got some sick kicks.
I think that kick is going to set up that straight right. The straight right would be the perfect weapon against the southpaw and Stallings. Stallings moving forward, though. He's not phased one bit.
When you've got a guy that kicks that good, Steven, don't you think? I mean, obviously, you've got to stay outside of the kicks or inside of them, not at the end of them like he's doing.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's side kick there by Amagov, looking to drive the wind out of the lungs of Stallings.
Stallings is trying to close that distance and get into that short range, but Amagov's footwork prevents that.
Stallings' lead leg is going to be hurting tomorrow.
Less than a minute left in the first round here at the Pearl at the Palms, a new home for Strikeforce challengers, and a couple of prospects kicking things off here as Stallings now walks down Amagov. Amagov dropped a level now in the clinch along the fence with 40 seconds remaining. First time that they are at close quarters here. Some grappling along the fence, a knee to the hip by Amagov. Replied in kind by Stallings. Of course, we don't want to see any stalling by Stallings with 23 seconds left.
There, Stallings doing a good job. A little bit of lift in that underhook. He's blocked, though. He's going down.
Trip takes down by Amagov into side control. The time could be his biggest enemy here if he wants to try to finish. From dominant position, just 10 seconds left. Some ground and pound, and Stallings able to get back up. Nice throw there Beautiful sweep there by Amagov, who puts an exclamation point on this opening round. Sweeping hip throw there by Amagov at the end of the 5-minute round.
Off the whizzer, too. Gotta love it. There was 1-2 takedowns right at the end to punctuate the round. I think that would be a 10-9 round for Amagov.
Doing a great job here, landing that right hand. It's coming in. You got to move your head when you're coming in. You can't do that against guys that are great strikers. Follows up with a great side kick. There's the spinning back kick up in the armpit. Stallings might be a little lucky that didn't hit him in the liver, because those are no fun to get hit with. There's another one. Step through. Throwing the spin kick, trying to hit with the heel to the jaw. Not a fun one to get hit with either. Here's Stallings trying for that takedown, got the single. Amagov getting the hips in, hitting the whizzer and throwing him. Really good balance. That's off one leg, folks.
Fight Professor Stephen Quadros with the unofficial scorecard. Scored a 10-9 for Amagov. As we head into round 2, referee Steve Mazzagatti.
Going back, all the way back. All right, turn around, bring it on.
Should mention that Stallings has not fought in over a year due to a lingering groin injury. No real sign of cage corrosion yet, but Amagov definitely had a kick in that opening round, and now it's Stallings taking a page out of Amagov's playbook.
That second low kick had some intention on it.
Good power, very good power.
Amagov again with the low kick, doubles it up.
Oh, front hook kick, I love it.
This guy is putting on a kicking clinic here in this opening matchup. Amagov bouncing back up and down his feet now, lateral movement. Against the southpaw, he wants to circle to his left.
You know, you're fighting a guy that can do this much damage with his lead leg. You're awfully worried about that rear leg eventually coming through, I'll tell you.
There's that right hand.
High kick delivered by Stallings, blocked by Amagov, and again in the side stance here, Stallings looking to tee off on his lead leg, and now closes the gap again. Knee right to the face by Stallings.
Nice technique there. Good job of, Amagov was working so hard to stop that takedown. Good opportunity for the knee to the face.
And it's a good opportunity for Stallings to try and get this fight on the floor and make sure he ends up on top.
Amagov again utilizing the whizzer. Now standing right up here is Stallings, just pinning Amagov to the fence. Amagov's right leg is up, looking to maybe block those attempted knee attacks.
Yeah, a lot of people wonder why guys lift their leg up like that. What he's doing is he's keeping Stallings' hips back. If Stallings can get his hips in underneath him, then he can get the takedown, but he's keeping Stallings' hips back and also looking for that whizzer throw if they turn a different direction.
Stallings has got to be careful that he doesn't plant that right foot behind that leg and trip him like he did in the first round.
Less than 3 minutes remaining now in the middle stanza. The whizzer has been on a long time for Amagov, and now he's just totally extended his right leg, and Stallings just putting all of his weight on Amagov, but not a lot of sustained action here up along the fence. Amagov looking to try to circle away. Oh, right hand delivered by Stallings up the nice uppercut.
Stallings doing some good dirty boxing here.
Just past the midway point of the fight. And they've been pinned up along the fence for the majority of this second round.
Eventually Stallings needs to go down.
There's the trip.
And
nice,
they pop up, and Amagov with the side kick to finish off that sequence. Separation in the center of the cage.
He ducked right under that punch. Now that's fast reflexes.
Absolutely. Stallings' corner needs to recognize, and Stallings needs to recognize that he's always getting countered when he punches. So throw a punch, because you know a counter's coming, shoot underneath and get the clean takedown. Let him take himself out of it.
Long distance right hand. Once again the clinch. They grapple for position. Stallings looking for the single leg.
The fence is Amagov's friend at this point.
See if Stallings drops down to a single again and tries to work off of that.
Hard to do that, though, I guess, with the whizzer being employed by Amagov.
Basically, you've got to drive all your weight downward, straighten your arm, and just shoot it past his rear end down. And here comes the Wizard. Big throw.
Wizard throw again by Amagov. And Stallings, and again, that's 3 times in this fight. Now feeding him a steady diet of left hands as he's looking to post up. 60 seconds left in the second round. Amagov teeing off on the choir boy, Ron Stallings.
Bad spot for Stallings being underneath Amagov. Amagov is destructive from the top.
Amagov now in north-south position, continues to bat away at the side of the face. Getting back up to his base is Stallings, and Amagov hits him with the left, and Stallings wants no more of that. Drives a knee into the middle of Amagov, and Amagov now has his left leg extended, looking to, as you said, Pat, keep his hips away, but I think also block any of those knee attacks, and he's having to get creative.
Right. The main thing, he's running into problems, Stallings is, when he goes for those takedowns, because his hips are higher than his opponent's. Amagov's hips are lower, and he's able to launch him. You got to keep your hips lower when you're attempting takedowns against sambo and judo guys.
From the Thai plum, a knee, and there's a kick to end that combination. Stallings moves in again. Watch that Thai plum. Amagov keeping him at bay with all kinds of strikes here. Final 5 seconds. A flurry from Amagov. He ends up on his back. Stallings now with some ground and pound to end the round. Wow.
I tell you, we saw